Snap. Synopsis.
Over the summer, the Dursleys forget that it's Harry's birthday because Uncle Vernon has an important dinner guest and Harry's supposed to be staying in his room pretending that he doesn't exist. Only this house elf shows up and tries to ruin everything. Harry gets an official warning from the Ministry about using magic in the presence of Muggles, except that it was Dobby's magic and not Harry's magic, and you'd think the Ministry of Magic would know the difference. Uncle Vernon locks up Harry in his room until Ron and his brothers come and rescue him in a flying car, and Ginny acts weird around him. They go shopping for school supplies and meet their new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, because remember in book 1 the last one died. Also, Ron's dad punches Malfoy's dad in the face. They're running late to board the Hogwarts Express, and Ron and Harry get blocked from going through the barrier onto platform 9 3/4. So they take the flying car to school, where they crash into the Whomping Willow. But they don't get expelled. On Halloween night, Ron, Harry, and Hermione discover the caretaker's cat has been petrified, and there's a message written on the wall in blood. The Chamber of Secrets has been opened. Enemies of the heir, beware. So like 1,000 years ago, one of the founders of Hogwarts created a secret chamber, or a chamber of secrets, if you will, underneath Hogwarts, where he kept murderous monster, because that's what you want to do in a school full of children. Anyway, only the heir of Slytherin can open the chamber, and everyone freaks out, thinks that Harry's the heir of Slytherin because he's the protagonist of the book, also because he can speak to snakes. All the other kids are mean to Harry, except for Ron and Hermione, who probably think he's crazy too because he starts hearing voices in the walls. And it doesn't help that Harry discovers the next 2 petrified victims. Wanting to clear Harry's name, Ron and Hermione help him brew a potion in the haunted bathroom. The potion makes Ron and Harry look like Malfoy's sidekicks, and it turns Hermione into a cat. They question Malfoy and find out he's not the heir of Slytherin, and Hermione gets better. Later, Harry gets sucked into a mysterious diary where he sees the memory of Tom Riddle, a kid who lived 50 years ago when the chamber was last opened. The memory looks like Hagrid controlled a creature who was a giant spider. Hermione discovers the truth, just in time to get petrified by the monster and not be able to tell anyone. But after that, nobody thinks Harry is the heir anymore because they all think that he has a thing for Hermione. Hagrid gets banished to wizard prison, but before he goes, he tells Ron and Harry to follow the spiders, which turns out is a terrible idea, because in the woods, they discover this huge colony of gigantic man-eating spiders who can talk, and they tell them that Hagrid is not the heir of Slytherin because there's another, worse creature inside the castle, and they're all scared of it, and then they try to eat Ron and Harry. They get rescued by a deus ex machina, the flying car. Ginny Weasley gets taken into the chamber, and another bloody message is written on the wall. Her skeleton will lie in the chamber forever. Professor Lockhart is selected by the teachers to go into the chamber and rescue her, and Ron and Harry decide to help him. They've figured out that the entrance to the chamber is in Moaning Myrtle's haunted bathroom because she's the kid who got killed 50 years ago by the monster. They ask her about it, and she points them in the right direction. Harry uses his parcel tongue to open the chamber. And it was the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher all along. Wait, no. They just learn that Lockhart is a huge scaredy-pants jerk, and so he tries to wipe their memories, but the spell backfires and fries his brain, and the part of the tunnel collapses, and Lockhart and Ron are separated from Harry. Harry goes forward, because he's the protagonist of the book, and he tries to rescue Ginny. It turns out the memory from Tom Riddle's diary is sucking the soul out of Ginny Weasley to turn himself into a real boy. Also, he's Voldemort. He calls his creature using parcel tongue. Harry fights the basilisk, and Dumbledore's phoenix comes to help him. Harry pulls the sword of Gryffindor out of the sorting hat and stabs the basilisk and kills it. He takes the basilisk's tooth, stabs Tom Riddle's diary. Ink pours out like blood. Later, Harry frees Dobby from his house elf enslavement, and Harry and Dumbledore have a cryptic but meaningful conversation. And Gryffindor wins! Huzzah!